Saturday, November 30th, 12:39 p.m. New York time. Welcome back, investors, to Winning Wall Street's Money. Thank you for being here. Shows you care about your own investment. You're interested to learn. Since it was the last trading day of the month, we'll look at the major stock indexes. This is a watch list on the left, and it shows how to close on the daily. They closed green, most of them. That's good. That's bullish. That's green. The 6 major, most important stock indexes we'll look at. Okay. When you hear the word someone say equity, it's another name for stock. There are many stock indexes, stock sectors, stock ETFs. We're going to focus on the major stock indexes, the most important ones. You may not be situation aware. So since we just finished the month of November, we're going to look at the 20-year history, each candle's a month, of the S&P 500 stock index. That's the most important stock index, the S&P 500. Why I say that? Because the institutions, the professional institutions that manage other people's money, that people make contributions to with their investment funds, as well as the more the wiser investors, you, me, the others here, take their portfolio of their stocks and compare it with the S&P 500 to see if we're performing equal, better, or worse. Yep. So the S&P 500, the cash index, stock symbols SPX. You could trade it. It's also traded as a stock. The stock symbol is SPY. It's called the spiders. Yep. But back to the cash index. Oops. There we go. So look at here, 20-year history. Here's the low back in 2009. And here's the high. This month, all-time new high. The market is bullish. Nice. Very diversified S&P 500. If you're not situation aware, the S&P 500 index is also broken down to 11 sectors. That's another video. So if you want to try to perform even better than the S&P 500 index, you can look to do these sectors. Also, the S&P 500 index here is comprised of several other indexes. The NASDAQ100, the Dow Jones Industrial Average, the Dow Transports, the Dow Utilities, and the S&P 100. Those indexes are also part of the S&P 500. Got it? It's very diversified. Again, it's only stocks, aka equities. It's not bonds. It's not Forex. It's not crypto. Nope. It's not Willy Wonka chocolate. It's not Pokemon. It's companies that are listed on the stock exchange. If you want to invest in fixed income products, be it bonds, markets, CDs, cryptocurrency, that's my other videos. So understand this. This index, if this index, which is at an all-time new high, we could break it down a little bit more and look inside of it. The NASDAQ 100, which is more weighted towards technology stocks. Here's the low for the past 20 years. Here's the high. It's also making an all-time new high for the year, for the 20 years. So again, it's helping the index. The Dow Jones Industrial Average. Here's the low for the past 20 years. Here's the high. It made an all-time new high for the past 20 years. It's also helping the S&P 500. Also, a separate video on this I have. In each of the current 30 companies, I included the video one by one so you can see which are the better companies in the index. The Dow Jones Transport Average. It has 20 companies listed in it. Here's the low for the past 20 years. Here's the high, the year 2021. And here's the high for this year. I made a new high for this year, but it's not at the all-time high. It's underperforming the S&P 500. The Dow Jones Utility Average, 15 companies listed in it. Here's the low, made an all-time new high. Note the utility index, the companies in here, they pay high dividends. So when people are looking for fixed income products, but may want to be in the equity market, when I say fixed income markets, bonds, CDs, money markets, they might want to be exposed to stocks, but they might want to have the income. So again, these companies pay dividends, high dividends, but they're not growth stocks. First, your NASDAQ100, for example, are growth stocks. Most of them don't pay dividends, but their growth outperforms these. And then we have the Russell 2000, 2,000 companies listed in it, small cap companies. Yep. Not your big company. You won't find Amazon, you won't find Apple in this index, smaller companies. Here's the low for the past 20 years. All-time new high for the year, but still, we haven't taken out we made an all-time high this month, finally broken above there. So I think it's time we update this. Yep. Let's update this. Nice run up it has. Oops. There we go. 2024 year high. So if you don't want to take the time to do this daily, weekly, you don't have to. No, I have it. I do it. But I highly recommend you take the time at least once a month of your investment portfolio. Look at it at least once a month, preferably the last trading day of the month, and compare it with the S&P 500. Compare your investment portfolio of stocks to see if it's performing equal or better than this index. So again, all these also have stocks you could trade them on. I already showed you the one for the S&P 500. Thank you as always for spending just a little bit of time with me. That's it for the video. Thank you for watching.